Welcome. That was the wrong button. I'm stately, but you probably know that by now if you're here. And this is where I play Minecraft. And this is my chicken. Not technically my chicken. When we got it, it was our chicken. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's really, really well. We're over at the village breeder. I was idling here for a little bit. And the villagers are happily breeding away. I'm pleased by that. Let's see, I have enough pearls left to escape, so let's go check them out. It looks like they might have finally bred up a farmer, because these carrots have been harvested, and I don't think it was by me. Yeah, this guy right here, we finally have a farmer. Which means I don't have to come down here and feed these guys anymore. That's good news. And also, according to the village information, I think we're going to open these and see if we can get some villagers to start dropping out into the holding chamber. This is going to be the project for today. I'm going to do some work on this. Try to get the sorter started at least. And we'll also do some mini games. I was working on Block Breaker, which is the game where you have to break the opposing team's obsidian block. It needed a little bit of work. I've added a few things. I've given it a new lobby and a new kit, and I think it's going to be really fun. So I'd like to give that a try today. And we'll do whatever else comes to mind, you know. Try to have some fun with it. Because what's the use if it's not fun, right? So I got a bunch of rails here. I'm going to set up a new supply chest because that one's too far away. I built this here because I didn't want it to get in the way, but we're making such slow progress here that it's not only not in the way, it's effectively in a different time zone. Hey, creeper. Creepy McCreeperson. This whole sorter system is going to be, I think, mostly underground here. So I got some digging to do. I'm not entirely sure on the size, and I'm not entirely sure on the design yet. It all remains to be seen, so we'll find out. We'll find out together. Hang around, and before you know it, you'll know as much as I do, if not more. Yeah, so here's, I think, what the idea is. The village breeder exports to this little holding area, and this is already set up so you can pull villagers out of here with a minecart. So what's going to happen, I think, is we're going to build an underground area under here and here that will allow us to sort the villagers and hold them in convenient places, and then we'll build them all on top of this. It's going to be above ground. I think it's going to be like a single building, but I'm not sure what kind of building or what kind of design or anything yet. We'll think about that. How am I doing for picks? I'm going to have to grab a regular E5 pick, and I really need a new Silk Touch enchantment. I just don't have one on me, and I haven't in a while. I also think I might be short on gold for powered rails, so there might actually be some mining involved at some point. Okay, so the good stuff is the wood, and that's it really, I guess. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze there, but it didn't come out. Worst feeling in the world. You know, those recalcitrant sneezes that just get stuck halfway down your nose. Ah, I hate that so much. So let's pop it down here. We're going to be working here anyway, so I think this will be a good place for a little build chest. That's my fishing rod. Can't have that. Really? I'm breaking one. I thought I had a nice enchanted fishing rod, but that's not it. Thought I had like a Lure 3 fishing rod somewhere. Oh, check it out. This is a clue for the new quest mob. Weird and the Spiders. Looking forward to trying him out, but I only got the one clue so far. So if any of you guys got clues for Weird and the Spiders, if we can pull 4 of them together, maybe we can give it a go today. Alright, so the basic plan is this. Villagers get bread over there, they come out here. We need to be able to grab them one at a time, and the way we're going to do that is with a minecart. And I think we're going to set it up so that once a villager is in a minecart, he never leaves. Because they're just much easier to deal with once they're in a minecart. And we don't really have any kind of iron shortage these days. There's no real reason not to. I'm thinking this should be a powered rail and that should be a solid block. That way we can send a minecart up and it'll automatically pick up a villager and get pushed back. I gotta get me some smooth stone for this though. I'm not gonna do a build out of cobblestone. I need smooth stone to work with. I have my pride. You know what? I'm gonna go buy some at Myris's smooth stone shop. Because I'm feeling lazy. And it's right down the street here. Also the prices are good. It's only like 1 cubic for a stack, so I figure I'll get 2-3 stacks. And that'll keep me going for a little while. I normally have just a basically infinite supply of smooth stone, but I haven't been digging much with... Oh, okay, I'll check. If he's out, then I might actually have to do some work for it. Worse things have happened. It's a good way to make some money. I mean, you're not going to get rich selling smooth stone, but if you can easily sell a stack for a cubic, it doesn't take that long to get, you know, a chest full of stacks together. Alright, Myris, show me the wares. Oof. I don't want you to eat my soul. Now he refilled it. Check it out. 1. It's kind of inconvenient because you have to click it with an empty hand. And when you do that, the merchandise goes into the empty hand. 3 stacks. Alright. 3 stacks. That should be enough to get us started. Oh, and then there was the powered rail thing. Let me double check over at the rail build chest here, see if we have any here. Nice. Well, 22 cubics will go a long way. No gold here. Yeah, you should get a good customer discount when you start buying that much. Who was trying to go here? There's nothing there. Any of you guys want to build something hooks up to the station? We still have 4 hookups available. Well, we all have things we need to build. Such is the way of it. Hi, snowman. Snow sheep. Snow sheep man thing. And there's that minecart. Like I said, we're probably just gonna... That's my new magic head. I think this one's jealous. We're probably gonna set this up so the villagers never leave a minecart once they're in it. That way we can move them up into the mall, we can move them out of the mall, and we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I got bubkus in the way of gold. I'll grab what I have. See how long it lasts. But it's a virtual guarantee that I'm going to need more than that. Let's see. We're also at some point going to have to add a new metro station to the Metro East. That mall, well, the location of it anyway, is almost directly above the subway that heads to the new end portal. And I do think it'll be nice if you can reach it by subway. It's kind of on the outskirts. It's not too far out, but it's not like in Urberg. Okay, minecart, you're coming with me. And this chicken has to die. What's going on down here? Somebody built themselves a little mine entrance by the look of it. Not even. Just the most minimalist of shacks. Alright, Creeper, you made your point. This is your terrain. I'll get out. Oh, the rare river sheep. I don't know, man. A little AI edit that makes them smart enough to not just wander into the river over and over again might not be a bad idea. You listening, Jeb? I guess Jeb doesn't work there anymore, does he? Dinnerbone? Anybody? Anybody still work on like the Java Minecraft? I think their entire Java development team is down to like 2 guys now. Which is a shame. I mean, the good news is the Windows 10/PE edition is rapidly approaching parity with IT, not OD. Parity, not parody. Now let's grab one of these, put it down there too. So we're gonna have a couple of different tracks laid out as like holding areas. I think we're gonna differentiate between villagers that don't have unique things and villagers that do. And the villagers that do have unique things, I think we'll put in individual cells, whereas the villagers that don't will just be like parked in a long row with some kind of setup so that we can get one at a time sent out as needed. So let me pop this down, make as many iron rails as I can. It's not many, but it's enough to get started. Like that, and like that, and like this. And we got some P-rails. Yeah, you can keep one, absolutely. I'm actually planning on setting this up so that there's an easy way to pull villagers out for distribution. And, you know, if you want like a shop in your own town, I'll set it up so you can just get a villager. And you're close to the rail, so it'll be not too hard to transport one over to you. That should be good. But the paper villagers, like all of the other villagers, eventually they get like tapped out, and you have to either make another trade with them, or you have to... so here's a problem. I'm not 100% sure if they'll still glitch through this if I make this solid. So I think what I should be doing here, and this is going to be a little bit irritating, but I'm going to have to kill the water stream for a second or two. And then I'm going to break that, pop down a rail. Now, there's always one that like wants to escape. I suppose they probably all want to escape, but they can't. They're my prisoners forever. And then if we break this and put the glass back, we retain the slope. And I'm hoping, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm hoping that that will... Oh, that should still be glass though, right? Okay. Creeper. Bye, creeper. You know, you should put like some dispensers with fire charges on the roof so you can launch projectiles at the creepers. That'd be fun. You going duck hunting? I had a bunch of glass, and now I don't. And I just need one to replace that, but... now I'm irked. I have to go all the way back again. I don't know, that sounds kind of fun, doesn't it? A couple dispensers up there pointing different directions with fire charges in them. If ever an army comes to besiege your keep, you'll be able to defend yourself. How quiet is it today? Look at this. This JT floofs in me. Fridays tend to be pretty quiet, but I mean, come on. We got dedicated iron here. We can run 50, 60 people. Yeah. Well, remember, it's not dispensers filled with fire charges that kill people. It's players firing dispensers filled with fire charges at other players that kill people. That's too long for a bumper sticker, though. Pakak. Pakak. Glass. Let's see. I am fairly certain I have some at my base. So we'll take the long but scenic rail to my base. Yeah, there you go. That's still too long for a bumper sticker, though. Oh God, remind me to grab some ender pearls while I'm back at base. Back at base, sparks in the software. Flash the message, something's out there. Floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons go by. I love that song. Not necessarily the English version, although the English version is kind of hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Floofy plus chaos equals death. There you go. That's bumper sticker material right there. Down is always faster than up. Ah, check it out. Plenty o' glass. What do you hate? Right, pearls. Need pearls. Gotta get my ender pearl on. Well, it's a start. And let's offload some inventory while we're here. String and rotten flesh and bone and eggs, I guess. Feathers. Don't know what I'm going to do with all these feathers. Keep moving. Clear the area. Other than that, of course, if you're feeling brave, you can kill all of the zigs to clear up a spawn room, but that is, depending on how well you are armed, potentially a fool's errand. Or, you know, maybe not so much a fool's errand as just the last thing you ever do. So the only problem is, now that there are 10 quest mobs, all of the clues don't fit in a single chest anymore. Not vertically, anyway. So that guy's just going to have to go live there for now. How's the stream quality looking for you guys? Yeah, when you're hunting wither skeletons, I usually do too. I didn't unload everything I wanted to unload, but whatever. Oh, my boots are in need of repair. I died a few days ago, so I don't really have the levels just yet. Alright, let's get off here and go back. Oh, balls. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. With, oh, cool. I'll, come over and check it out soon. I always like me a good fishing hut. With Twitch, they don't re-encode streams unless you have, like, X followers, so I always have to make like this devil's bargain of whether I want decent quality streaming or low buffering. And you know, even the compromise, I was broadcasting like 1600 kilobits, which it looks alright. It's not great, but it's alright. And even then there was still buffering, but you know, somebody with slow internet connection might not be able to pull 2 megabits down, and there's absolutely no option for them to get a less speedy connection. Alright, so that I think should do. Let's put the water back. Keep these guys in their place. Back in the corner where I can see them and manipulate them. And then we need to start thinking about the shape of this thing. This level right here, 77, is still slightly higher than the ground level over here. So if I want to be able to run this under the entire thing, I have to go down maybe 3, minimum 3, likely 4 blocks. So let's go down 4 blocks. 2, 3, 4. And then I guess this here will be where the sorting area starts. Excuse me just a second, I need to grab another tissue. Sorry about that, guys. Kept you guys looking at a corner for the better part of 2 minutes there. My apologies. So I think I'm just going to start out by giving myself some workspace here. And I don't know exactly how big this needs to be, so I'm just going to go for something more or less arbitrary. Just want to get an idea of the terrain above real quick. I got basically all the space I need in both directions, so that's fine. I'm going to assume that this is the center then, and we'll go out, let's say, 10 blocks in both directions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like that. Same thing on the others. I'm telling you, man, these allergies are driving me completely insane. There we go. Arcana Castle. I like it. And 10. Good lord. So much sneezing. So much death. No, it's not the flu. Just the plague. I don't like working in too high spaces. And I think 10 deep for now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's no fun. Hold on. I'm just sneezing and streaming all day long. I hope one of the two is enjoyable at least. Doop dee doop dee doop dee doo. Doo dee dee doop dee doo. Alright. I don't know exactly how big this needs to be. I haven't really thought it out yet, so I'm just going with kind of an arbitrary size here. Something that feels like it'll give me some workspace. Joys of breaking blocks. You know, lately I haven't really gotten around to playing much actual Minecraft. Between all of the mini games and coding and debugging and testing, and it's nice to just sit down and build something again, even if it is fairly modest. This is something I've done before, but it's always a challenge, especially since I've never really got everything working right with 1.8 villagers. I really got the 1.7 one sorted out at one point, but 1.8 works differently, and it's somewhat harder actually to keep the villagers tapped, because in 1.7, hold on a sec. Sorry, in 1.7 it was possible, for example. Oh, you have an oubliette? I like me a good oubliette. As long as it's not something people can, you know, fall into without knowing what's going on. It's all good. If you just tuned in, I'm working on a ponies! 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 Yay, ponies. I am pro ponies. I need to update 9 to 192. I think the bucket build's already out. Not really any substantial differences. They changed something in 191 with the combat cooldown, and then they reverted it or something. If you need more leather, let me know. I have more than I know what to do with right now. I'm thinking maybe, I know Stormy has a giant cane farm, but I'm thinking maybe there should be one closer to here. Maybe I'll build a little cane tower underground or something. Oh. Well, that will not stand. I didn't say it was free. No, actually it is free if you need a stack or so. I don't throw it away, though. I know people need it, and I know I'll end up using it for something someday if other people don't. You always need books, right? Let's get some more light going here. Food's good. I'm pro food. Save me some work. You have any gold? I'm gonna need some more for powered rails soonish. I can always go get some, of course, and it's entirely possible that there's some in my furnaces. I have this vague memory of having done some mining not too distant past and picking up a bunch of gold. No, don't worry about it. Like I said, the leather's free. I just hope you might have a bit of surplus. My inventory full? Do I care? I guess I might as well scoop up what I can. You never know, might need it. Especially the andesite. I seem to run out of andesite a lot. Yeah, I have piles and piles of cobblestone. One of these days I just need to go and fill maybe a dozen buckets and make some more smooth stone. I used to do most of my digging with Silk Touch, but Silk Touch books have been kind of scarce lately. Roger that. We're going to need a way to move these villagers around, and I don't want it to be fully manual, so I might do either a latching switch array, like the station design we have at Urberg and Spontan, or maybe I'll do something a little less elaborate with like just push buttons and timers. We'll see. So what we have is we have librarians. Oh, lovely. Croissant au chocolat. Croissant au chocolat. They're my favorite. Although Nutella is big on crepes in France. You know, they have the street side crepe vendors where you can get your freshly made crepes, and banana and Nutella is a really popular one. They also have hearty crepes. I always like the ham and egg ones. They just make a crepe. They crack a little egg in it, put a slice of ham on there, roll it up. It's like a crepe burrito, like a crepe breakfast burrito. Getting dark again. A little more lighting. Fortunately, we have a lot of room to expand here. You know, I've never tried making crepes at home. I suppose it's not too hard if you have the right tools. Ah, that sounds lovely. Yeah, this isn't big enough. This is definitely not going to be big enough. I'm going to take maybe another 6 blocks off the back or so, and that'll give us some room to get started. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm pretty close to the ground here. Well, 2 blocks, that's fine. I just need to fill it in. Just some gravel poking through. That sounds delicious. I never did do much baking. I never really learned. I know there are some pretty easy things to do, and I've made the occasional pan of brownies. But nothing special. My tools are kind of out of order. Too lazy to fix it, but it's confusing me a little bit. Just one more to go. Dried cranberries. Oh, I'm not a fan of dried cranberries. But to each his own. Not a fan of cranberries at all, really. Though I kind of like cranberry juice. Diluted, not pure. I do like tart juices. That is one stubborn block. This may end up having to change pretty dramatically as far as the shape goes, but nice. Okay, there we go. This looks pretty good. I think this is going to be certainly enough space to get started. Yeah, Pam's Harvest Craft is really fun. I've said this before. The only real issue with it, as far as I'm concerned, is there's not much to do with all of those recipes. That is to say, there's nothing really between them. And I guess that's to be expected, because Minecraft has a fairly simple hunger mechanism. You know, there's only so much you can do with food. It has a feed value and a saturation value, but, you know. Okay. Give me this. Let's clean up a little bit. Add a few more lights. Creeper-free workplace is a happy workplace. And make sure I got the symmetry right, because it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on this side, and 9 on this side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No! Just my imagination. Okay, so let's see. Villager comes up, and we're going to have to power at least some part of this rail. Ah, crud. I'm going to have to fix that at some point. You know, I'm not even 100% sure that having the thing sloped up here is enough to catch a villager. So we're going to have to experiment with that a little bit. Make sure that everything works the way I think it's going to work. What am I doing? And why? Not quite what I was trying to do, but close enough. Where's all that smooth stone? I guess I put it back. Because of course I did. That's alright. I usually use cobble for rail beds anyway. So we'll just try to be a little consistent here and go with the cobble. So that's going to need a fix. To get the rails back up. We'll worry about that when the time comes to worry about that. Let me just put some rails down here for now. And then the villager will come out here, and we'll have to decide how to move it around. Now, if we're going to be simple about this, we can just run a line straight up the middle here with maybe a break spot here. So we'd put power rail here with a switch next to it, and then we'd have that. And that way they'd come in, we'd be able to set the right switch, move them off to the right branch, and just store them there. And I think what we're going to want to do is run this raised, just to prevent rollback. And then we'll have a bunch of switches along here. This is the simplest way of doing this that I know of. Each of those switches will go one way or the other. Let's see. So we're going to have standard categories, right? We're going to have the priests, which are not treated unique. They're not treated as unique. And we're going to have the various farmers, which won't be treated as unique but do need to be separated based on their class. And then we're going to have the librarians, which are kind of problematic because we need librarians both to buy paper but also to sell all of the cool books. And the ones that buy paper are going to be non-unique. They're just going to be on a track somewhere waiting. And the ones that sell books will be treated as unique. So that'll be like the storage track. And put a switch there. Make a bunch of those. Clear up some inventory again. Really? Yeah, diagonal. I always forget about the whole diagonal thing. Switch needs to be here. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. That's fine. I can go on the side. I'm still not 100% sure about the layout here, so I might end up changing some of this around, but for now, let's just roll with it. What I should do is get some signs too. I mean, some of these guys we're not going to have to replace very often. If we end up with a Fletcher, we're not going to have a new Fletcher that has to go in there every 15 minutes, right? But some of them are going to be more popular, especially the ones that like buy paper, buy rotten flesh. Now I think this design will be much simpler to operate and maintain than all of the designs that actually require you to scoop these guys up into minecarts and then take them out of minecarts and then grab another minecart. I mean, the cost is obviously lots and lots of extra minecarts used, but who cares? You know, we have a huge iron grinder. Minecarts are effectively dirt cheap now. Bye, JT. See you next time. Just you and me, floofs. Alright, let me make a couple signs and make sure that I got or will have enough space for everything. You and me against the world. Although the world doesn't know about that yet. Probably best not to tell them. That's not enough. I need more than 6 signs. That's more like it. I don't want to set the world on fire. I don't know the rest of the song. That's the only part of the lyrics I ever caught somehow. Okay, so how are we going to do this? What I should do is pull up a list of all of the different villager types. I think we probably want a separate row for everybody who buys stuff, right? The people whose primary job is to buy stuff that we come up with. Put the flamethrower away. You know what the rules around here are about flamethrowers. No weapons of mass destruction. You're just gonna have to shiv everybody like we did in the olden days. I know. Flamethrowers are fun. Everybody loves flamethrowers. But remember what they say, it's all fun and games until somebody loses a war. Okay, so let's look through the villagers here real quick. Another benefit of this is if and when we upgrade to 1.9, we won't have to worry too much about solving the getting villagers into minecarts problem, because that's much harder now in 1.9 is my understanding. You can't just push the minecart into them, you have to actually push the villagers into the minecart, which is a lot more difficult to do. So let's see here. We have the farmer, the fisherman, the shepherd, and the fletcher. Those are all going to be buyers, right? Because you're not likely to want to buy literally anything from them, but they all buy stuff that you probably have. So what we're going to do is we're going to have like 1 or 2 of them above ground at all times, and we're going to have kind of a flush button. When you press the flush button, the old one goes away and a new one pops up. I need to get started on doing a full evaluation of what needs to happen before we can update. We do have the 1.9 vanilla server, the pure vanilla server, but there's a lot of stuff that needs looking into, especially since I've done so much scripting on here. That's going to make it challenging. But I do intend to, at some point, when we can do it without losing any substantial functionality. So yeah, it's planned. All right, so let's start at the very beginning here. Farmer, fisherman, shepherd, Fletcher. You know, I'm okay with 1.8. I mean, people like the new features. People want the new end and stuff, obviously. And I think once they just get the combat tweaked out a little bit, it'll probably be better than the 1.8 combat. Oh, and Books of Mending. Yes, Books of Mending. That would be so nice to have, wouldn't it? Let me start at the back because I might have to... I'm kind of wasting some space here, but it's not like I'm paying rent on it or anything, so whatever. You know, we'll just put the signs on the ground here. Hopefully they won't get in the way too much. Farmer, Fletcher, fisherman, shepherd. And we're going to put a librarian track in here, but this is going to be like a librarian track for librarians who don't have good book trades, so they're just going to be exclusively paper buyers. Sorry again that I have to keep muting, guys. The hay fever season is always really rough for me, but this year is worse than normal. So the next one's going to have to be priests, right? And then, okay, we're going to need a row for blacksmiths in general, I think. And then do we need a separate row for butchers and leather workers? Let me check. Come on, guys, show me the list of trades here. Really? Where are the trades? Different article. Same wiki, different article. Same bad channel, different bat wiki. Let's see. Trading, blah, 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 blah. There it is, the big image. So, let's see. The butchers buy different meats, whereas the leather workers... Alright, the butchers and the leather workers need a different track, simple. So that'll go over here, I guess. And we have to stagger these. I'm going to try to leave the last row open. Okay, so this is, what did I say? Butchers? I didn't already have a butcher one, did I? No, I got 2 priests. So, butchers. Then leather workers. Now this is set up so that in theory, and I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work, but in theory I could do a selector based on signal strength, right? Because each one of these would require one stronger signal than the last one. So if I can set up a way to create a signal strength generator here, like with a rotating item frame or something, I could automate this pretty easily. But that's for future concern. You know, right now we're not going to be doing this in huge volume. We're not going to be rushing hundreds of villagers through here at a time or anything, so it's not too bad to go around and flip the switches manually. Okay, alright, so butchers, leather workers. I know, but still, it's one line off and it bugs me. I'm easily bugged, but there you have it. Boom, 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 boom. And now we need more lighting. Where did the lighting go? I just broke it. That's where the lighting went. So that was a stupid question. And this is going to be blacksmiths. And again, this is generic blacksmiths who are going to be used for buying stuff from customers instead of selling stuff to customers. So these are all going to be generics. These are effectively all going to be buyers. And the whole point here is to be able to easily swap one out with the next one when a buyer is tapped out. And we can work out what to do with them afterwards. You know, whatever. We'll see. Oh, that wasn't the mute button. Sorry about that. So what we need to do now is come up with maybe a prototype of how we can pull a villager on demand while disposing of an unwanted one. And I think the biggest problem here might be simply working out how to move one villager at a time. What are the options here? See, this is basically just set up so we can have an X number of villagers on a specific track without rolling back or anything. So there's nothing fancy going on here. Let's actually go grab a villager. I'm not really seeing any new ones in here. This is the same pile of villagers we had when I started working here an hour ago. Let me check in on the breeder real quick, make sure nothing's gone awry. Well, they seem to be happy. Not 100% sure the farmer's doing any farming. No, the farmer isn't farming by the look of it. No, he is. He is farming. Good. So eventually we'll get there. I'm just going to assume that this is going to work, because I've messed around with it enough, and as of right now, still 14. Oh, come on. There we go. Nice shot, too. Okay, so we need to do this quick fix here again to get the rail in the right place, and I'm not 100% sure this design will work. I might have to come up with something a little different, but I'm hoping if I put it on a ramp, it'll still be able to scoop up villagers. So I need some glass. I need a bucket to pull the water out so that the villagers get out of the way. Oh, come on. Like that. That's it. That's all I was trying to do. And now we put the water back. Yeah, it's too late, guys. You're not getting out. I'm sorry. I know that's disappointing news, but you ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact. Oh, come on. Really? Now I'm stuck here until these guys decide to get out of that stupid little alcove. Okay. Alright, well, you know what? I can make you get out of that stupid little alcove. And I can make you not get back in. Because I'm smarter than you. You're just a bunch of dumb villagers. Nice to feel superior to 16 lines of AI code in a Java game. Hey, at least I get to feel superior to something. Okay. So, and then we need... I guess it would be nice if we had a way to power the thing up. So maybe what we can do is let me double check something here. I'm not, like I said, 100% sure that this will even properly extract a villager. That obviously didn't. That doesn't mean it never will. This doesn't have to be 100% reliable. See? That's the idea right there. Extract a villager, and for some reason the villager doesn't move. Oh, come on, Minecraft! Don't pull this BS with me. Huh? You guys saw that, right? Did you guys see that? Somebody tell me you saw that. What the heck? That makes absolutely no sense. Okay. So the idea is we'll like train them up here, and then we'll decide what they're good for, and then we'll send them off to the proper line, which in this case is this guy. Where's those levers that I made? Here. And off he goes to his new forever home up against a wall over there. And that's basically it, right? That's the idea. I need to close this off now because we're getting to the point where zombies might wander in here and start murdering these guys. Alright, and then the second part of the plan is we need to work out how to get a guy out of here. Just the first one, an arbitrary one. Up above ground in a little safe stall. And then move the one that's already up there into a holding area somewhere where he can be disposed of or untapped or sold for scrap. I don't know. What do you do with villagers when you're done trading with them? And like I said, I think the biggest challenge here is going to be finding a way to make sure you only get one villager at a time. So I'm going to use a different isle than this one to experiment with. What can we do? Okay, so it'll have to be on a ramp, right? We have to have him on a slope or a ramp to begin with, just to keep him moving. That in its own right might be a bit of a challenge. I think in like a perfect world, these would all just slope down, and they'd all be sloped down and just waiting at the bottom. And we could stagger that a little bit to give us some more workspace. So this would start sloping here, and maybe this one would start sloping right here, so that we can have mechanisms that can be wider than one, because obviously we only have one extra block per rail here because of the way this is set up. I derped the rails? Oh, yeah, the thing with the rails, I was putting minecarts down here and they just kept rolling back up. Very gravity defying and strange. And I guess there's no reason not to go down except for the fact that you have to go back up again, right? And the mall is going to be up there, so let's think about this. The benefit is if we keep sloping down, we'll always have a villager lined up at the end of the rail waiting to go. This is only room for 5 villagers. We need more than that. I want storage for like, well, more. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? It doesn't have to go like all the way down. As long as there are villagers behind it on the ramp pushing, it's okay. Let's see, so what does that mean? That means that this is probably too deep. Maybe we go like that. Kind of like brainstorming with my hands right now. Then once we get here, we need to come up with a way to let one minecart through. So there needs to be a forward pressure on it, which means there's got to be like a minimum number of minecarts in here to make sure that it's getting pushed forward, or it has to be on a slope. And then we need a degree of forward pressure. So theoretically we could slope even farther down is what I'm thinking here, but you know, gonna end up at like diamond level if we go too deep, and that's not really the idea. So we want to make sure there's always a villager ready. That means we need to either have like forward momentum or a slope to keep it in place. Let's try something kind of simple. Do this. And then we'll put a piston here, I think. And we can stagger this, right? That's what I was saying earlier. If the next one goes straight for an extra 2 blocks, the piston and the whole mechanism will be out of the way. So we don't have to worry about them running into each other. You did it! Congrats. Need help? Need help fighting the wither? Because I'm totally all about killing those withers, man. I am pro wither killing. If I want. Don't have to tell me that twice. Let's go. Let's go kill a wither. Death, doom, and destruction. Not necessarily in that order. Okay. Let's go murder a wither. Let's go murder a wither. Let's go murder a wither. And blah 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 dead. Not you're on stream, right? Nether is generally hey Zex. How you doing? Nether we could, but I would think they don't cause block damage here. So we can build it like a little cage or something, and it's not that hard. Bye, Zex. Hi, Zex. Zex is in the lobby. Lobby, 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 lobby. A Ute tower. Not what I was trying to say, but close enough. I didn't bring any materials. They don't cause block damage, so that makes them a lot easier to deal with. Let me go grab some stone. Okay. Alright. I'm sure you have stone. So we can meet at Floofy's place, I guess? Right, because there's a... Well, either way is fine. I mean, it's his wither. Where am I going? And why? Good question. Yeah, your place is fine. It's just going to be temporary, so whatever materials are at hand, I suppose. Is this mine? Yeah, my materials at hand. I apparently don't have much materials at hand. Just grab some spare land somewhere and put up something temporary. Oh, Floofies, can you fill like a bunch of milk buckets? Ooh. I'm not one to pass on a couple of squid's ink sacs. Never seem to have enough of those things, especially since none of our squid farms ever seem to work. Let's go back here. Right about here should be okay, I think. Did you piss the zigs off, or were they already pissed off? Because it's really hard to hunt withers without ending up with pissed off zigs. Let's see, so got the exit, we need a roof. Flying jellyfishes are assholes. I've always said that flying jellyfishes are jerks. This just proves it. Alright, so that's where the wither will go. We can hit it from all sides. We'll slab the top here so he can't get away. Actually, we should probably... Rather than slabbing the top, we should do something like this. Oops, that's a bit much. Went a little overboard there. Now, withers cannot get through too high space, right? I'm reasonably sure of that. So I'm thinking we'll be okay here. Howdy. Found. But worst case scenario here, we'll do this. Alright, so that's going to be officially one unhappy wither. This side will, I guess, just do this, because in case you fall in, right? You want to have an exit. You don't want to die in there. Did you bring milk buckets, Floofies? Alright, I got a little cage set up. Nice. Just behind your base, I'll give you coordinates, 7 minus 940. Okay, good. And there are cows nearby, right? Yeah, there are cows over there, so if we have to, like, make a run to get some extra milk, we can. Did you bring a bed, Floofs? It's not much to look at, but it'll do the trick. Yeah, it's just the first empty space I found, to be honest, but I think it'll do just fine. Thank you. I need to set my bed spawn somewhere nearby. Do you guys want me to go grab an inventory insurance machine, or are we not that concerned? Can always just go over there and get the inventory insurance. Here, this is close enough. Oh, that's blocked. That's not going to work. Here we go. We'll borrow Pie's bed. And I have a strength potion on me, right? Yeah. These are so much fun. Okay, yeah, I just slept. But your base is closer, right? If we have to do a quick run, this will definitely be easier. Alright, you want me to grab an inventory insurance vendor? I'll grab that. Can't hurt, right? What's one Q-buck? In the grand scheme of things. I have an extra one. Actually dropped off a loot crate. Here it is. That's a radio. That's an insurance vendor. Whee! Oh, come on. Shouldn't have taken damage for that. That's why I have Feather Falling 4 on literally every boot I ever wear. Terrible, terrible things happen when I don't. Okay. Let's, we'll pop it down here. It's as good a place as any other, right? /c modify public. And, alright, I have insurance. Need a Q-buck? And floofs, you should probably get insurance too. There you go. And now you should be insured. All right, let's do this. Nope. Or we could wait for Stormy. What am I looking at? Floofs. Oh, awesome, thanks. Great. You all ready for this? These fights are much less fun when withers don't cause block damage. Alright, nothing to do until he stops regenerating. That's going to be in the way. And now we can start hurting him. That's why we had that. Good stuff. Awesome. Didn't need all of the prep work. It's good though. Great. You got your nether star? I assume you did because nobody else was standing nearby. Hello, Funman 2100. Okay, cool. So I am going to get back to work. Thank you for the supplies, Floofies. Roger that. Hey, Skellington. You must die. Nothing personal. I just loathe the undead. GG. Okay. So what we were working on. Hey guys, still no new villagers though. That's kind of discouraging. I don't have the material for sticky pistons. I need to have some slime balls. You stay away from my villagers! Oh, right. Nice. You and your internet connection, man. Just ain't fair. GL700U. That sounds like a high-tech weapon. Yeah. Sticky pistons. Do-do. Gonna have to build a little bridge soon or something. I mean, this isn't a huge detour, but it does kind of start to get on the nerves after the 40th time you've done it in one day. Hey, Nicholas. Nicholas. I know you're a regular. I can't match the name. Nicky Boy? Can't match the name to your IGN though. Sorry. Stormy. Check. Sorry. I knew that. Why am I here? Sticky pistons. Welcome to the further adventures of Easily Distracted Man. I looked and I saw, and then I was like, I knew that. I don't think I have any sticky pistons. I don't know that I have any pistons at all. I might have some in my unsorted junk box here. Piston good, but not a sticky piston. No. Slime balls. That's good. Alrighty, I can either make them here or I can make them there, and I think I have everything I need to make them over there. Wait, why are we tossing money at Stately? Not that I'm not in favor of having money tossed at me. I'm pro money tossing at me. Howdy. Are we not assassinating today? Just hanging out? Come on over, I'm working on the villager thing. Am I out of pearls? No, I'm so not out of pearls. Oh, sweet. Ticket it just a little bit. Mind having a look at this one, Stormy? Let's see. Alright. Yes, please. Alright, so here's what we were going for. We were trying to pop a sticky piston in there. Thanks, Stormy, I appreciate it. Stormy's the best mod a server administrator could have. In case you ever need a server admin or a moderator, he's your guy. Totally. And iron and redstone and... Alright. Let's see. And stickify a bunch of them. I'll just do a couple right now. Well, God, it's not like I'm gonna run out of sticky. Alright. So when extended, this will prevent them from rolling out. And as long as there's back pressure on this, like there are at least one or two in here to keep it rolling, opening it should let one through. So I think a button for now. The idea is, though, like two parts. We need to have like a button up top where the villagers trade with you that you press that causes the current villager to go away and a new one to be pushed into his place. And as of right now, I don't really have a good idea of where these villagers are going to be when they're upstairs. So I guess it doesn't matter much necessarily how we set it up. I just want to get like a working prototype of one of these. So I think what we'll do is we'll build like a little rail that goes back up. At this point we're directly beneath it though. Gosh, elevators would be nice. Really? Oh, because of the period. So the problem is I kind of have to go all the way out. So this is basically kind of the middle of the store, right? We're underneath the middle of the store. And I'm sending these guys down. Yeah, you're good, or yeah, you need a hand. But eventually they need to come up, so... I'm on Discord actually. I'm on the PG, on the public channel. Oh, you are too. I didn't even realize. Sorry, Stormy. I didn't even realize you were on Discord. I didn't get the join notification.
Yeah, I meant that you sent that to Graft.
All right. Yeah, let me know if there's anything weird going on.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm thinking there's probably something weird going on.
I definitely see one thing, but where he taking it is like kind of weird. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm private messaging him.
Alright, well, let me know if you want me to come over. I can hop over there and see what I can sort out too, but I'd rather do it after the stream. So, I kind of don't want to be doing this. I don't want to go all the way down just to have to come all the way back up. But I don't have any better ideas. I'm going to tear this down and maybe experiment a little bit. If it's like a big mess, I could always just roll back to a backup.
No, it's mainly around spawn. I can just run around and just do one guy and just do area 50. It ain't no big deal.
Can't roll it back?
I can, but I have a radius limit.
Alright, hold on a sec. I'll op you over there so you don't, and then when you're done, I'll de-op you.
Okay.
Bear with me just a second while I poke around behind the curtain. Okay, you are the closest thing to God on this server right now. And you can just /deop yourself when you're done.
Okay. I rolled back everything he did, but you may still have to do a backup because he placed lava and water on top of the splat, so it's all cobblestone down the side.
Okay, no worries. I can either grab a partial rollback or do a full rollback later on. Is that at the splat tower?
Yeah, I mean, I got everything else, I think. It's just that.
Who was it?
His name is Microwave Potato 1.
Oh, yeah, he's caused problems before. Permaban him. Actually, I'll permaban him.
Okay. Forgot to de-up myself.
Alright.
And he did that today. All of it.
I'm going to double check the IP numbers and make sure anybody on the same IP gets equally banned. Alright, so that didn't really work out too well. When you're done, if you're not like completely over the Minecraft thing by then, I'm kind of looking at this village sorter mechanism here, and I could use a second pair of eyes if you feel like coming down here and having a look.
Yeah, it's gonna need a full, even some buildings and spawn even rollback won't fix it.
Alright, tell you what, why don't you do a log block lookup for the last 20 hours? And if there have been no significant changes since then, I'll just roll the entire world back to last night's backup.
It looks like the only thing that's been done really is what Graft is doing right now, and I can tell him to chill out until tonight, or else his progress will be lost.
Okay, we'll get it taken care of. No big. Actually, I can just end the stream now and get on this. Alright guys, so gotta go fix some stuff. We will talk to you later, guys. You take it easy. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll be back again tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll work on this some more. If we get some players on, we'll play some mini games. Alright, take it easy, guys. Thank you.